Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today is a very special day because we are reviewing a set that only sets of this quality and standard I feel like come out from LEGO a couple times a year. This is a really special one. It's actually based on Stranger Things. It is the Stranger Things, the Upside Down set as the official name. And if you are at all familiar with the show, you'll see that the concept of this set is absolutely amazing. This is Will Byers' house, both in the Upside Down realm and in the real world. It's got the trees as stands there. It's just such a genius idea in general for a concept, and I'm really happy with the way this set turns out. Just from general first impressions, I do want to say right off the bat, thanks a lot LEGO for sending the set over to us to do a review. This is a really special one. And yeah, it comes with 8 minifigures. You got Mike, Lucas, Dustin, 11, Joyce, Hopper, Will Byers, and the Demigorgon down there. We're going to take a closer look at the figs first, but I do want to say the set retails for $200 in the States. I think that's also €200, 180 pounds in the UK. And right, so we're going to get into all of the features, but first, let's start off with the minifigs. Also, the set is 2,287 pieces. Righto, let's get into 11, the very first minifigure. I think a lot of people's favorite character. She's just so mysterious, and yeah, her telekinetic powers are a big plus. We got pretty darn good figure here. I like that she's got her wig. This is, oops, I took her off the stand, but this is actually 11 in most of the show. She's got the kind of awkward pink dress with the jacket over there. This waffle piece is actually, there's one is what she's supposed to be holding, but they do have spares. So I gave her 2 waffles because that is her favorite food after all. Interesting that she doesn't get an alternate expression, but that makes sense because you really should be able to pose the figure with and without the wig. And if she had an alternate expression, it just wouldn't work like that. And then I did just want to show you guys that all of the younger characters have the shorter posable legs. Those are the relatively new leg minifigure pieces, but you can see that they've chosen them for 11, as well as Dustin and everybody else. So here he is. He's got himself a compass. That's actually a pretty nice little piece there. He's got a walkie-talkie, an excellent print for both a t-shirt graphic and a jacket that goes around the front, and you can also see the plaid bit of the collar along the back, and a brand new mold hair hat piece. So there it is. It's all one piece there. It's his hair that's kind of floofy. Big hat as well. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing that again. And probably, let's just say, the best print for any minifigure facial expression. He's got a pretty distinctive kind of toothless smile, and I'm glad that they included it for the character. He looks really recognizable. Lucas probably looks the most prepared for battle, or prepared to fight the Demigorgon with the really cool hairpiece there. It's the bandana that goes around. That, I think, was used as a pirate, like a bald pirate with like a red bandana mold before, but they've recolored it now with the camo. Looks great there. Also, awesome prints for a shirt and jacket as well. The collar also going around the back. Really good. He's got one of those stand-up torches and a slingshot. It's great. Really looks good. By the way, this was Dustin's alternate expression. Also a really nice print for his face. Just forgot about that and skipped it. And then there is Mike, the sort of loudmouth of the group. He's got himself a flashlight, the other walkie-talkie. Once again, excellent prints all the way around. I think every torso print for this character, or for all of the characters, is unique just to them and exclusive just to them for this set. Oh man, here we go. And then there is Mike's expression and his alternate one. That is actually a better one, I think. That's really more expressive to the kind of character that he is. I can also appreciate that we get so many new colors for the smaller minifigure legs. A lot of these colors haven't come out yet for this middle size. Now we've got Will Byers. So he, his jacket is awesome. It kind of reminds me of the Marty McFly jacket vest thing a little bit. His expression is very appropriate, considering he is the one stuck in the Upside Down for most of Season 1, or all of Season 1. There's his normal expression in case you know, you want him to be not as freaked out when he's stuck down there. But it looks really great. And also, what a funny haircut hair mold piece. I think that's also new as well. Or maybe I don't know. If you've seen this hair mold piece before, let me know what it came out in, because I don't recognize it off the top of my head. Excellent fig. And what is Will afraid of? I should have saved the Demogorgon for last, but I could not help myself because he's such an awesome character and a really, well, not a character really, an awesome monster and an excellent minifig portraying him. This leg mold was used for the whatchamacallit. That's actually been used a couple of times. I think most recently with the Gremlin from the Dimensions set. Really great prints though that go along the torso and match up with the legs. And then this is awesome, but the head is actually, it's kind of like a helmet mold. And there we go. He's got the closed, wrapped face thing. You can still see kind of the teeth sticking out from the sort of closed off flower face, if you can call it that. The claw pieces have been molded in dark tan for the first time. But yeah, just an excellent mold all the way around. Really, really good looking monster. Probably one of the more freaky than any of the monster figs that came out in the collectible series. And now we're looking at Joyce, my personal favorite character from the show. This is Will's mom. She seems to be holding a picture that, it looks like Will drew that picture. It's got some sort of significance. He's a wizard holding a jewel or something. She's also got herself a flashlight. Good print that goes all the way around for the torso, and her expressions are very, very expressive. There we go. She's concerned for both of her expressions. She doesn't have, that's kind of like, I'm sort of trying to put on a good face, though I'm freaking out because my kid's lost, and then that's her just freaking out because her kid's lost. So anyways, yeah, great looking fig all around. And then Hopper, the last fig to show off for this. You can see the small little badge. It's got a little bit of reflective printing there. Same thing with the belt. He's got his coffee cup like he always does. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I feel like he could have had a pistol also, but you know, it's fine. He doesn't have to have it. He doesn't have an alternate expression, obviously, because he's wearing his old school sheriff hat. So anyways, looks pretty basic, and let's move on to the set. All right, let's start off with the normal version, the regular side, not the upside down, of Will's house first, just so you can get an idea of what it's all supposed to look like when it's normal, even though it's pretty messed up on the inside. You can even see the newspapers that are wrapped up all around the windows. Some really, really nice details. First things first, let's take a look at Hopper's truck. So nice. The police department truck is actually one of the better versions of a little car that we've even gotten. It looks like it's built at a really nice scale. It only seats the one minifig, but that's all it really needs to do. In the back is a pumpkin because Hopper was investigating the weird plant disease. All the pumpkins were dying and nobody really knew why. Just such a good design though for this Bronco. I think it is. That's what he's driving, is a Bronco or a Bronco 2. I'm not sure what that code means. It might be from the movie. It could be something. It could be a little Easter egg left back by one of the designers. So good though. Look at that, how the hood comes up with just the half stud there. Really, really nice. I think they did that with the bracket pieces, so it's not even a half stud. Yeah, no, actually it almost looks like a perfect half stud. You can see it's done with those brackets there. Great. It's actually free floating. It's a really, really nice building technique. Great looking Bronco, and you can see there is the open pinhole and the pin there. So when you flip it over, you can actually have this thing upside down. I'll show you guys that in a second, but let's check out the rest of the porch. You can see some great building details there. This is a little counter or a little stand and a seat there, along with another bench and or sort of love seat or a small couch. And then another seat, and this is actually a swinging seat. And I think the designers left back like an Easter egg either in the build manual or somewhere else that was an homage to Living Dead. So if that's the case, then good on ya. I love that old 80s horror movie. And this is the front of the yard. So it looks a little grassy, but not really very well kept. I like the offset little stones down here. And then, yeah, you can see that the stand for Hopper's truck there is kind of made to look sort of like rocks as well. You can see the trees are built with mostly bar clips that attach the greenery around there. A little bit of undersides of studs showing for some of the details, but they're very, very strong because remember, these trees aren't supposed to just be trees, but they're also the foundation of the stands. These trees, actually, let me pull it up a little bit. From the top-down view, you can see a little bit better that there are some 1x3 tiles on the top. This is where the trees stand if they're flipped up to the upside down. I'll show you guys what that looks like. The studs are oriented differently, so we get the inverted 1x3s on the other side. But that is the basic build for the tree, and we might as well, now that we're kind of messing around, let's move it around towards the back. So the interior of this house has tons of little things crammed in here, lots of details, lots of Easter eggs. First things first, you do have, actually let me turn off these lights or turn them down or something so you can see it a little bit better. Maybe turn this light down a little bit too, but you do have the lights that can shine on the Christmas lights here that she set up with the alphabet. And this is really, really interesting because you see that they're actually individual little dots of light. I turned the exposure down on the camera so you can actually see the dots of light a little bit better maybe than with the naked eye. Let me break that off. That is a trans clear panel piece with silver printing there. With those open holes are actually just no printing. So that's totally trans clear, and that's what allows the light to pass through in a way that actually shines the light. So good on you, Lego. That is that's nice. That's definitely a new printed piece, by the way, and it just makes for a wonderful effect. Let's see. Let's get into some of the stuff that's hidden around here. First of all, that's a Super 8 camera, and I do like that they brick-built Christmas lights. These are all multicolored lights. You can't see them as well because they're kind of facing the other direction. But yeah, those are all multicolored Christmas lights, not just the sticker. We've got a wizard hat up here at the top, and that is a that's a sticker of that ominous evil thing that's up in the sky that Will was drawing pictures of. So that's one of his pictures up there in the attic. This is a great little build. Let me turn that light back up a little bit more. This is a great little build for a nice cushy chair. Also, I think that is, what is that, a D&D game or something? Another little plant. There is a bear trap that has been set for the Demigorgon. That is a missing sign for Will. There's some more sticker details up there. You can see a Jaws poster, which is just awesome. We now have a Jaws poster sticker. That is Will's room, by the way. So let's see if I can't get a little bit more light in there. He's got a boom box, a lamp, some stuff, some posters, some cool things, stuff he drew, probably things that you can actually see within the show. More lamps, lots of lights in there because remember there's light activity happening, stuff that can be used to sort of communicate between the Upside Down and the real world. And yeah, in order to get a good look at the Upside Down, we might as well just flip this whole thing over. I just want to show you guys how easy this part of the process is. You just pick it up, flip it, boom. Don't have to be careful with it at all. All of these tree pieces are studded in so much that even brushing them against you, you're not going to be knocking them off on accident. These little bits here actually flip over just on their own. And now we are looking at the Upside Down of Will's house. So this is actually pretty fun. I think one of the strongest points of making the Upside Down look nice, dark, and creepy is that they made the roof dark blue. That's not how it is, but they made it dark blue. They made the tiles and plates here sand blue, so they actually changed the color of the house just to match up with the dark tone of what the Upside Down is. The trees are mostly black and a little bit dark brown, but there's no regular brown on any of the trees, so that's kind of nice. Everything's taken over. The trees are also blue, and then what you can see here, let me just pull this off so you can see what's actually being, actually wait, no. That's black, but what they've added here, I'll just zoom in, are trans black pieces to kind of make it look all goopy and drippy, kind of all around here. Yeah, bar pieces. We get Not just the 4L bars, but the ones with the studs on the sides here. So we get a lot of those in trans black, which is great. I think those are really fun old classic pieces in Lego. Getting them in trans black is really nice. The detailing here is awesome with the black whip pieces that are clipped on. They are wrapping around. So those are just regular whip pieces from minifigures. Now we've got it opposite here. So the whatchamacallit, the little swinging seat is on the other side of the house. There's the cushy chair that was in the brown before is in blue. And then we've got the other chair there in the dark gray. The stones I like they're made in the sand blue, and then the ground is just gray. Dark bluish gray. It looks awesome. More trans black little bits of goop and slime. We don't exactly know why or how things are so slimy and nasty in the Upside Down, but it really, really works. And let me take another look at the top section of the trees. I thought this would be interesting to point out just because just from a builder's perspective, we get this piece. This is the inverted, I'm breaking it away, but this is the inverted 1x3 plate or tile. I don't even know what you call it because it's inverted. It's got the hole there because this was originally molded, I think, for the Unikitty head, so that had to stick into one of those inkwell pieces from before. So they've made a bunch of them now. You get, I don't know how many you get in this set, but you get an absolute ton. So relatively speaking, that piece is going to become somewhat common in at least one color. So that's kind of nice. It doesn't have to be some detailed piece now, and you can play around with that inverted piece a little bit more. Alrighty, now we're looking at the interior of the Upside Down version of the house. Obviously, it's a lot darker. The details have changed. There's some overgrown bits of goopy nastiness kind of all over. It's covering up the sticker detailing. What I do like here is that the sticker detailing for everything that we have is still there, but it's also changed. So they didn't just recolor it, but they added little bits of grime or nastiness, and that can be said for every little bit of sticker detailing that can be found in the whole set. So the posters on the inside, they're a little bit torn and they're a little bit messed up. The Jaws poster in black and white is a little bit gnarly and messed up. Every bit of detailing here on the inside, it's not just recolored. They actually changed up those details. So they really did pay attention to making sure that the Upside Down version of this house just a little bit more different, a little bit more unique, and very, very immersive. In terms of handling, I just want to point out that it is such an easy set to move around, and you can actually push it a bit. It doesn't feel like as top heavy as it sort of looks. This is, the center of gravity is not too high off of the ground, which means that this thing isn't going to be falling over too easily, I don't think, just as a display piece. I think that was the first thing I was thinking when I first saw the picture of this. I said, ooh, is this going to fall over easily? It doesn't feel that way. It's really, really strong. There's a lot of Technic that runs through the trees. They're attached to the base with a ton of mixel joints. You can see that that's how, in fact, how they connected everything here. These are some mixel joint pieces, and it's all over. So these are the two halves of the Upside Down and the regular house are really, really solid. And then 4 mixel joints attach these really, really strong Technic-based tree builds here. So it's a really, really strong build. There's a few other aspects of this that I want to show you guys. We've also got a little minifigure display stand on the side in case you don't want to have all the figs built onto the houses there. You've got the 4 main protagonists set up here that are trying to get Will back from the Upside Down. It's got the Stranger Things logo. Very, very simple, but I like it. All black, just the red letters. Really, really easy. So this is a nice little extra. And there's also a bike. Doesn't hook into the Upside Down. This is the only thing that would fall off if you had this set up on the house display, actually. Also finishing this thing off, I just wanted to show you guys the manuals. There are 2. I like the coloration for this one. This is building Will's house. And then, of course, this is the Upside Down version. This is the second half. It's really, really a good set to build with 2 people because they're roughly the same size. I think you build a little bit more for the second manual just because you're connecting the trees and making a little bit more of the stand stuff. But great composition. There's a little bit of info, like on just the first couple of pages, things about the show and a little bit about designing the set and things like that. So good job on the manuals. And now let's check out the box. Normally I don't talk about the box. I only really talk about it if it's really, really cool. And in this case, it is really, really cool. The art design is amazing. And just look at the title. I love it. They did Lego and Stranger Things title for both the upside down and the right side up versions of this. So that's just awesome. I think that's a great nod, really embracing sort of the universe from which this set came from. And yeah, this is also going to be, I think, a collector's set for a lot of older builders as well. So I know people will definitely like to keep these boxes after the build, which isn't necessarily the case for regular play sets. So excellent art design. And then final thoughts. Basically, a set like this only comes out a couple of times a year. The designers, I think, had a lot of time and also passion behind making the universe of this Stranger Things set really come to life. And I'm glad that they chose Stranger Things as a theme to focus on. The minifigs are great. The detailing is really, really excellent. We got a lot of new pieces for both the minifig characters. There's also one other slightly new piece in here that I didn't show off. It's really, really small and it's hidden away and not really used in any particular great way. But there are a lot of new colored pieces, some new shapes and stuff. I really do like the overall display quality of this set, and I'm glad that it isn't so insanely top heavy, which is what I thought it was going to be when I first saw it. So super happy we got this. Thanks a lot, Lego, for sending it over to us to do a review. There really only are a couple of these that come out a year that are extremely high quality like this, and also a little bit more adult themed. So we really appreciate it. Hope you guys liked this review. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault. Oh, hey guys, just popping in very quick to let you know that we have a Lego web store, www.brickvault.toys, where we sell the PDF step-by-step instructions for some very high-quality mocks built by some incredibly talented designers that we work with from all around the world. So anyways, if you want to help support the channel, www.brickvault.toys, you get some really cool stuff. Definitely worth checking out. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.